Hi, my name is Haley and I'm the Children's Specialist at the Tewksbury Public Library. Welcome back to our Mad Science series. Today we'll be learning about static electricity using a balloon and tissue paper. Let's get started. For this experiment, you will need a lab report, a balloon, tissue paper hearts, and you'll also find a concept sheet with keywords and key ideas in your bag. Let's get started. The first step is to blow up your balloon and tie it off. So I've got my blown up balloon here. And then you're going to take out your lab report, and in the hypothesis section, you're going to write what you think will happen when you rub the balloon on your head and then hold it over the paper hearts. So I think, and then fill in what you think will happen. When you're ready, you're going to take the balloon and rub it on your head. Make sure you've completed your hypothesis before you watch this next part. Right, so I've completed my hypothesis. I'm going to take my balloon, rub, 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 rub. And I've got some floating hair here already. So I've got some crazy hair. And the next step, after you've rubbed your balloon on your head, got all this crazy hair. Then you're gonna hold it above your tissue paper hearts. So let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. Oh. There we go, we've got some floating hearts. Looks like the surface is a little too small for all of them to fit, but they're all starting to reach up and hold on. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so after you've completed your experiment, the next step is to take your lab report back out, and you're going to circle whether or not you were right, and then in the what I learned section, explain why what happened. So if you know why the heart started to float up to the balloon after you rubbed it on your head, you were all set. Nice job. But if you'd like to learn about the science, stay tuned. All right, so let's talk about the science. The reason that the balloon makes your hair act crazy and the hearts start to float up to the balloon has to do with static electricity. So static electricity is the buildup of a charge, an electrical charge on the surface of an object. So in this case, your balloon. And it's called static electricity because it stays in the same place. The charge doesn't move. So if you've ever rubbed your feet on the carpet back and forth and back and forth, back and forth, and touched the doorknob and got that zap, that's static electricity. So what causes static electricity? So the cause of static electricity has to do with atoms. So atoms are these building blocks of the universe. Everything is made of atoms. And they can be broken into three parts. So they've got protons, neutrons, and electrons. And these electrons spin on the outside of the atom. And so when you take the two surfaces and you touch them, like the balloon in your hair, and you rub them back and forth, these electrons move from one object to another. So they're moving from your hair to the balloon. So there's this buildup of electrons, of this charge on your balloon, giving it a negative charge because electrons are negative, and giving your hair a positive charge. And when these two charges aren't balanced, when it's negative or it's positive, it causes static electricity. So why does your hair act crazy and why do the hearts jump up to the balloon? So that has to do with positive and negative charges. So like I said, when you take the balloon and you rub it against your hair, you're building up this negative charge on the balloon. The electrons from your hair are jumping from your hair to the balloon. This causes a buildup of a positive charge in your hair and a buildup of negative charge in your balloon. So as you hold your balloon next to your hair, you'll see your hair start to creep toward the balloon. That's because positive and negative attract, sort of like a magnet almost. And the same charge repels, so positive and positive or negative and negative start to repel. They push away from each other. So when your hair's acting crazy and it's pushing away, each strand's pushing away because each strand is the same. It's all positively charged, so it's repelling, it's pushing away. But it's attracted to the balloon, just like the hearts, because of that excess negative charge on the balloon. So your hair is positively charged, the balloon's negatively charged, they're going to attract their opposites. The hearts are pretty neutral, but that buildup, that big buildup of negative charge on your balloon from all of those electrons attracts those neutral hearts up to the balloon. So they start to float and dance through the sky up to your balloon. Pretty cool, huh? So I want you to keep experimenting. Maybe see what happens if you replace these cute little tissue paper hearts with something a little bit heavier. Does your balloon still attract it up? Does it still float towards your balloon? So keep experimenting, have fun, fill out the rest of your lab report if you'd like. There's a little space here for you to take a picture if you want. And when you've successfully completed the experiment, come into the Tewksbury Public Library and tell me or Miss Cat about it. We're very excited to hear about your results. All right, have fun. I'll see you next month for our next installment of Mad Science. Bye.